Yeah, obviously we're really excited to get going again. I think it being a new group this year, a new coaching staff, I think we're just kind of really excited to put the hard work that we've put in and showcase that. I think as a group and as a club, our aspirations are to make playoffs. I think that's the number one goal is we want to win. That hasn't changed. And, after last year, not making playoffs, I think the club really wants to get back to winning ways, and us as a group of players really want that as well. So just making sure that we put our best foot forward going into this first game this weekend and really kick things off strong.
And you were talking about all the big changes that have happened within the club. What is one consistency that you've really held on to?
Yeah, I think this relentless mentality of always wanting to pursue excellence, I think is something that the group of players that have been here from the beginning and has really held on to and brought others along, new players along, myself included. This is only my second year here, but the reason why I wanted to come and play for San Diego is because of the winning mentality, and I think that's something that kind of, we didn't get to winning ways last year, but I think going into this season we really, really want to get back to, and so just holding on to that and doing whatever we can to make sure that we get back to that as a club is going to be really important for us.
And in terms of a fan that maybe hasn't been to a Wave game, what can they expect?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, you can expect, a really competitive group of players that want to win, but also we play really good footy. I think it'll be exciting to watch and really fun to watch, and just coming out to games, it's always a great atmosphere whenever we can get a lot of people out to Snapdragon, and so it's a fun family atmosphere to come and watch us play, but it's going to be competitive this year, and we really want to put out a good show for the fans.
And what's one thing that you're really looking forward to this season in particular?
Yeah, like I said, winning. That's really what's driving me personally, but also I think us as a team, we want to win. We want to be competitive, have that winning feeling, and feel like all of the hard work and all of the kind of ups and downs from the last year are paying off. And so that for me personally is going to be everything. But at the end of the day, I want to do whatever I can to help this club succeed and push us forward.
What has impressed you most so far in preseason and going into the season so far?
Yeah, I think Jonas and the new staff has done extremely well to bring everyone together. I think it's a lot of new players, a lot of first-time players in the league, and that comes with its challenges. You have to get those relationships together and chemistry together on the pitch, but also off the pitch. It's welcoming people to San Diego, making sure people feel comfortable, and I think everyone collectively has done a really good job of that and to put us in a really good position to start this season off strong. And I think that foundation is going to be really important to carry us through this 10-month-long season.
And when you hear San Diego Wave, what do you think of?
I think of competitiveness. I think of pursuit of excellence. I think, obviously the first 2 years was a huge, set the bar high. I think, winning a Shield, making playoffs as as an expansion team, that's the mentality that we need to get back to, and I think that's what we're going to try to do this year.
Yeah, and you've been in the league since 2018. Is there a difference for you from that first year to now, both personally and just how you've developed as a soccer player?
Yeah, obviously I think coming into the league as a 21-year-old kid right out of college, it takes a lot of growth to become a pro, and I think where the league was in 2018 to where it is now it's incredible to see the growth and the support for young players now. I think that's the biggest piece is whenever we were all coming into the league, when it was early days, there wasn't a lot of resources. And so you were kind of learning how to be a pro on your own from watching what veterans do. But you kind of ultimately had to figure it out. It was kind of dive head first in the deep end and you either sink or swim. And I think, it took me a little bit of time to figure out how exactly being a pro was going to mean to me and what that looked like in my day-to-day life. But, finally figuring it out and being in the position to grow from that and just continue on in my journey through my career. I think I'm in a really good spot to help lead this team and help contribute however I can this season.
And Angel City this weekend, is there a little bit extra excitement still? Now, it's been a few years since you played there, but how does it feel to face them again?
Yeah, it's always a good time to go back. I think BMO is one of the best atmospheres, outside of Snapdragon, that you can play in as a, NWSL pro. So I think it's always a fun time to go back there and play. And I just, it's always fun to play against old teammates and see them. But at the end of the day, I'd love to go back in there and get a W.
And I mean, I remember at Fullerton, you heard some of the boo birds on those corner kicks. Do you get more excitement when you play against like a team that's kind of, or fans that are giving you business like that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it gives you a little extra edge, a little extra motivation to go in and do your best. But yeah, the boos have always kind of been more of a pat on the back than a slap in the face, because if you have the time to boo me, then that means you care. So it's always a fun time.
Love that. Cool. Wow. Thanks, Sav. Mic drop on that one. But actually, you have 3 mics. You can.